Well, a very warm welcome to our February edition of our Market Wrap. Simon Pintado is my name from the Buxton Real Estate Group. What a fantastic month of real estate that we've had. During the month of February, 2016 has kicked off to an absolute boom. Let's give you a bit of an insight into what's taken place in both the 3204 and the 3165 postcodes. Well, you can typically tell what a real estate market is doing based on the auction clearance rates. What a fantastic month it was, both for the industry as well as Buxton Bentley and the Buxton Group as a whole for the month of February. The weekend just gone, the Buxton Bentley Group, not just the Bentley office, had 71 scheduled auctions with a clearance rate of 89%, selling 63 out of the 71. The industry average for the entire month of February, not just the Buxton Group, but for the entire industry, was around the 77% mark. So absolutely fantastic, both for our vendors as well as you and your confidence leading into the future. 2016 has certainly started off with an absolute bang, with the first 2 months of this year far outperforming the last 3 months of last year by way of auction clearance rates, as well as bidders at our actual auctions as well, averaging about 4 to 6 bidders at each of our auctions, which is absolutely fantastic and certainly a testament to what is happening out there in the marketplace. We have found that the upper end of the market, $1.5 million to $2 million, and even over the $2 million mark in the 3204 and the 3165 postcodes, has outperformed any other market in the Bentley, Ormond, McKinnon and East Bentley marketplaces. We've had a few notable sales, I should say, quite a few of them to be precise, over the $1.5 million. One absolutely stellar, outstanding result was one that we had in Stockdale Avenue. It was actually number 27 Stockdale Avenue. It was about 590 square meters of land, and that sold, if you're sitting down, wait for it, $1.69 million prior to auction. That has absolutely smashed the record for a house in East Bentley by an absolute country mile, I should say. That's East Bentley. In the Bentley postcode, we did have number 29 Lindsay Street in McKinnon, that's 3204. That sold just on the weekend with 6 bidders, sold over a reserve of 1.7 million and sold for 1.82 million. That's a land value sale. They're going to be bulldozing that house and putting 2 townhouses on that block. We also had number 3 Lydia Street. That also sold for 1.82 million, I should say. We had 183 Jasper Road, a beautiful big family home with a massive outdoor entertaining area and a pool. That sold for $1,850,250. We also had 14 Maud Street. That sold for $1,860,500 after the auction, as well as that one in Queen Street that I mentioned to you, which sold off market for $1,961,000. So some fantastic high-end results, as I said. That's the high end. We've also had some really good off-market sales. We had a property sell off-market in 11 Milford Street, which I just sold yesterday. That sold for $1.26 million without any advertising, without any board, off-market, completely and utterly on the quiet. And that was about 755 square meters, land value only. We sold another property in Purtell Street, which sold for $1,130,000. That was number 73 Purtell Street. So some really big numbers, particularly for land. We are finding that the high end of the market, be it good, genuine family homes, are really drawing in the crowds, really getting a lot of bidders, as well as some good sized blocks of land, particularly for the development side of things, be it inside the McKinnon School Zone or outside the McKinnon School Zone, really are performing well. Well, the topic of conversation is certainly what's going to take place for the rest of 2016. All we can base it by is what's actually happened in the first 2 months of 2016. And if that's anything to go by, it is certainly looking like a fantastic year for real estate, particularly for vendors leading into the rest of the year. The clearance rates are one thing, but buyer confidence is another. We've certainly seen a rise in foreign investment in the last 3 to 4 weeks, certainly coming back in, certainly having a lot more confidence in their bidding at auctions, again, selling a lot more properties to the Chinese, which is certainly making an influence and an inflation on prices. And I think if we're basing it on that, at least for the next 2-3 months, particularly prior to Easter and particularly prior to a few long weekends coming up in April, I think that we're going to see some really competitive bidding in the coming weeks for some of our high-end properties, and particularly those sorts of properties that are on big land. Who knows what's going to happen post June 30? Nobody really knows. How long's a piece of string? If you have a crystal ball, please tell me. We'll all be millionaires. It'll be fantastic. But I certainly think that the confidence from this side of from the start of 2016 is certainly going to progress into the middle of the year. What happens after that? Who knows? What I do want to talk to you a little bit about, it's an absolute privilege, it's an honor, but there is a website, it's on my screen behind me here. It's called ratemyagent.com.au. It is a fantastic website for you potential purchasers or potential vendors to do research on the agents that you're actually dealing with and to find out a little bit more information from vendors, from purchasers who have actually had an opportunity to deal with those particular agents. You can search by suburb, you can search by agent, and it is absolutely fantastic. It ranks agents in order of how successful they are in each particular suburb. The reason I mention that, Buxton Bentley was awarded a number of awards when they brought out their awards last week. We were actually ranked number 1 in Bentley, Ormond, McKinnon, and East Bentley marketplaces, which is an incredible privilege, as well as 4th in Victoria and 10th actually Australia-wide, which is, as I said, fantastic. And a credit to all the guys that I work with in my office, and girls, I should say, and certainly something that I recommend for you as a potential purchaser to look at prior to doing your research and actually making sure that you are employing a competent agent, I should say. Stuttered on my words there a little bit. So that's it. I don't have too long of a video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic March, and I look forward to seeing you in our March edition.